that you quit that very secure job and started something new. What triggered the transformation? Please share with us the secret of how Wipro became interested in you.
We did not go looking for an acquisition. Wipro came to us actually. So how did that happen? M&A doesn't happen just like that. It's not by chance, you have to plan for it.
What would you say to that one woman entrepreneur sitting there with the fire in her belly? She's aspirational, but she does not know how to take that first step. What would you suggest? Welcome to Giving Wings to Her Dreams with Dr. Arun B. in collaboration with Emerge, the podcast where real women entrepreneurs share the bold decisions, quiet battles, and breakthrough moments behind their road to success. I'm your host, Dr. Arun Bhardwaj, an international keynote speaker, a breakthrough coach, and a growth mentor. My engineering happiness workshops have touched more than 500,000 lives worldwide and inspired transformation in individuals and organizations to be their best. In each episode of this podcast, you will hear the story of a woman who chose courage over comfort and decided to follow her dreams to become the best version of herself. You will discover the specific actionable strategies, mindsets, and at least one concrete step you can take today to give wings to your own dreams. Join me on this transformational journey from good to great. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have on the show a passionate leader, a compassionate human being, a successful serial entrepreneur, and the president of Emerge, Ms. Radhika Setty. She is the dynamic force behind Incite Camp Center in Bengaluru, a trusted precision manufacturer of rubber and plastic parts since 2003. Her automation business was acquired by Wipro to become a top 20 global automation leaders. Ms. Radhika, welcome to the show.
Hello, Arun.
Growing up in village Karnataka, coming to Bangalore, doing your engineering, post-grad, perfect story for a parent, right? And then you found a government job. But then something happened that you quit that very secure job and started something new. What triggered the transformation?
Yeah, I can tell you that exact moment. It was in 1997. I was working in Government Toolroom and Training Center as an AEE, Assistant Executive Engineer. We all participated in a show, Plast India. So that was the time when there was a lot of demand for this CAD CAM technology and for training purpose. So somebody came and told me, see, I can provide a software at a very reasonable rate. Do you want to do something? So this fire in the belly was there all the time, and now this destiny has shown me an opportunity where I can start a business. So that is the moment which sparked the entire story of my career.
Wonderful. When did you first see those numbers increase in your bank account? And how does it feel when you're starting from risking everything in your very secure past life?
Well, that I have to say, when you are starting, you're a startup, so you should never look at your bank account. That's what we did. But then at the end of the day, the success came and even the money came. So we had a very early success that way. So we really did very well. We're the first training center in Karnataka, giving up CAD CAM training to the masses, and we did excellently well, which was definitely better than what I used to earn as a AEE. But that was for a short period. I must also say that. Then the cycle started changing.
Wonderful. And those of you who are watching us, I would like you to reflect on what Ms. Radhika just said. Start your business, not just keeping focus on money, but it should be passion driven. Because when you face challenges, if what you are doing you are not passionate about, it's going to be a pretty tough journey. So find purpose before you start looking for money.
Perfect.
Am I putting things in
Perfect.
your right words?
Perfect, Dr. Arun. So, at the same time, when we are driven by passion, you also should have a proper business plan, proper capital, proper evaluation. That is when your journey is going to be shorter and more successful, which I didn't do at that point of time, which is like 30 years back.
So I was going to ask you that. What were some of the challenges? Like you rightly said, many times we start with passion, and everyone says, when you are passionate, just start. I think that's good. But you also talked about having a strategy and having certain things in place so that your journey becomes less bumpy. What are those things? And I also heard capital. Is that something you did not anticipate before?
I wouldn't say, my mentor always used to say, which I, worked with him at a later part of my journey. He said, I asked him a question, why is it taking so long for us to, reach our goals? He said, you are only half entrepreneur. I asked him why, because you started only with passion, but not with a plan. So that is what I would like to say. See, when you are starting with passion, that is the starting point. But how are you going to give a shape? You should come up with a business plan. We started with zero capital. That kind of story everybody loves. No, you start in the garage and then you moved up. That's what we did. But I really wouldn't, advocate that. You should really start with some capital, and you should have a business plan. You should do your feasibility study, and then you move on with your business.
Wonderful. I think that's a good takeaway. When you are driven by passion, it is very good. You have the fuel, but having that map and having the right tools to traverse that map, they are also very important.
Absolutely.
How did you solve your problem of not having capital or not thinking about all this planning beforehand?
We did it on the way. See, it's been 25 years of journey, which I feel, I would have done it in a half the time, whatever we achieved, had we a proper plan in place when we started with. How did we solve? We started learning everything. See, we were passionate engineers. We were technically very sound, but we were not trained on, how to run a business, how do you raise a capital, what is your business plan, how do you do banking, how do set up the entire thing. We learned everything on the way, slowly, step by step.
In this entrepreneurial journey, does a time come when you start feeling the point of inflection is not coming and you start yearning to change your trajectory from linear to exponential one? Did that happen to you?
Of course, it did. Like every entrepreneur, there are many a times when you really are down and your things are not going good, and like you're sitting and wondering, all your partners, like, what next? What exactly we have to do now? So there's competition. It was sometime in the year 2017. So we came across this kind of a situation wherein we did pretty well. Our quality was very good and we had good customers, but we were not getting projects. There are a lot of competition and there was problems and there was money flow, cash flow issues were there, and difficult to retain employees. So that was the point where we were really kind of crossroads.
So what next? In such situations, what do you do? Did you wait for something to happen or did you make something happen?
Well, being an entrepreneur, we cannot wait for something to happen. So, definitely, that was a time when we hired a mentor. He was a business coach who came in and he helped us, do a self discovery, find out what are our USPs and UVPs, that is unique selling point and unique value proposition we are bringing on with so many years of experience and so many first times in India. So then he made us realize brand it, which we never did. We never spoke about ourselves so loudly. So he made us do a very good website and then do a lot of branding. And then we also participated in different shows. So he gave a different perspective to our problem. See, it is not only the branding part of it, he also helped us find out a unique value proposition, which I just mentioned, which was the first time right. That was most important thing for a customer from the customer point of view. So we set up our systems, we set up our supply chain so that we hit this first time right and we made it our tagline.
So, what was the tipping point in this journey for you when you thought, wow, now we are moving to the next level?
So every enterprise should reinvent themselves every 5 years. So, with whatever we have started, it could be resources, it could be your target, it could be your strategy. Everything is changing in this dynamic world. So, with that, you need to reinvent everything. You should align to what is happening in the market out there, and then revisit the whole approach.
Wonderful. You're reminding me of a story that I heard. Roger Federer, the tennis great, I was listening to him, and somebody asked him, how do you keep yourself ahead in the game? So he said, the day I'm not growing, I know I'm not even staying the same. I'm going a step behind because others are working on their growth.
Absolutely. My mentor always used to say, we used to be very proud of our offerings. He used to say there are 10 people always ahead of you, just be conscious about it. So your strategy has to be according to that. So absolutely right, you always have to foresee what's going to come up.
Wonderful. I was reading your journey and I saw there was this big step up when you folks took a very bold risk and entered into a market which is considered very highly regulated, very severe compliances, the medical industry. Tell us about that shift, the orbital shift in your journey.
Right. This was in the very, very initial years of our journey, Arunji. This was in the year 2003 when GE Healthcare, they were mostly operating, of course, they had their assembly division in Bangalore, but they used to source all their parts from Europe and America. But they came up with a new product, X-ray machine. They wanted few of the parts to be localized here for various reasons. They wanted cost effectiveness and the time to market, everything wanted to cut down. So they approached us because we were from the tooling line. So they approached us and they asked us if we could, redevelop that. So only the product drawing we had. We did not have the tooling drawing or we did not have any idea about how the whole thing goes. It was a very complicated part. It was an anti-collision bumper which goes on the X-ray machine, which comes on the patient. So it has to be medical grade and it has to be FDA approved, UL approved. So a lot of compliances were there. We really took somewhere about 6 months of time, but then we did it. We did the development, and we also got an order for getting supplying them the production parts.
That's, I think, very encouraging. And all of you sitting there watching this podcast, I think this story, this segment of the story is truly inspirational because I was working with a technology company. And what I realized that the products are designed for Western markets. And when they are being launched for India or Asian markets, they are just stripped down with all their bells and whistles. And what remains is perceived as a low cost product for the Indian market. And we had this realization that in India, it is not necessary that people want to buy cheap products, but we are value conscious. So if that has to happen, the products have to be localized to the localized needs. And I think you are showing a way to many of our audience that localization can be a great opportunity for you to take that next step as long as you believe in yourself, you understand that you will be charting into unknown territories, but if you know you have figured out your game, you know that you'll come out as a winner.
Absolutely, you said it right, Arunji. Why? Because at this point of time, Make in India is a very big moment wherein there is opportunity in every sphere to look for localization. There's a lot of government push which is coming in, support which is coming in. This is the right time for the entrepreneurs to pitch in and then grab the opportunity.
Wonderful. We are going to shift a little bit our conversation to a new topic, merger and acquisition. By the way, one of Ms. Radhika Setty's initiative was acquired by Wipro, and that automation company helped Wipro become top 20 automation companies in the world. What an exciting fairy tale like story when you are helping a known giant of India become one of the top automation companies in the world.
Absolutely. That was the most exciting part of our career, I would say. So this connects to the dot when I mentioned about in 2017, we did a transformational process, I mean, approach where facelifted and we did a lot of fine tuning to our own business. So 2018, Wipro approached us. So they were all the time into IT mostly, and they were very minimally into manufacturing. They were into hydraulic cylinders manufacturing. They wanted to get into the robotic space. So that is when they approached us. They had gone all over India for an acquisition, but then finally they came to us, and then we figured out a way, and then we collaborated. And this division where we manufactured industrial automation turnkey solutions we were providing from Incite Camp Center, we sold that to Wipro. This 4 years we stayed with them, transition period. I mean, that was a lot of, I would say it was like an MBA, which I completed a couple of MBAs in that 1 year when the M&A was happening, merger and acquisition was happening. There was a lot to learn.
Wow. How inspirational it is, right? A company that nurtured, that grew, probably a garage startup and ends up becoming a collaborator with one of the largest companies in India. Fantastic, Radhika ji. Congratulations on that achievement to you. Merger and acquisition, often small businesses perceive them very predatory words. What is your take? Is merger and acquisition a good strategy for a business?
Absolutely. Say there could be many situations where an MSME, a small and medium scale sector, is doing very well at sea and they do not have an exit or they have some issues. It can be cash flow issue or they want to grow exponentially. These three situations where merger and acquisition is one of the solutions, very practical solution. You could know there are two possibilities around. Either you could get merged or you could acquire another company for your growth strategy. So definitely in this changing scenario of a business scenario, this is one of the very good solutions.
So you have the experiential wisdom under your belt now. If any of our viewers or an emerged member is going through this dilemma of what to do, would you be able to help them?
Absolutely. In fact, we have a consulting division in Incite Camp Center where we help companies preparing for M&A, through the M&A and post M&A, because M&A doesn't happen just like that. It's not by chance, you have to plan for it to really get a proper value for your company.
See, like you, I also believe in power of mentorship. We have two options. Life is like a maze. Either you can keep hitting the roadblocks and learn, or you can find someone who has traversed that path before you successfully. But it is all about giving wings to her dreams. And there are many entrepreneurs probably listening to us who are ready to take off. They need that tailwind, and probably who they can find better than you to give them those wings to take off their first flight. So please share with us the secret of how Wipro became interested in you.
See, Wipro came to us. We did not go looking for an acquisition. Wipro came to us actually. So, how did that happen? There was a very good referral which was given to Wipro about us. Then, how did that referral go basically? There were three important things I feel in my mind which led us to this particular position. One is the unique value proposition, which I always mention to everybody. So you should have what is the best you're going to give. The quality compromise is not there, and the best part of your business, you know it well. So have the unique value proposition in a very very large scale, and then you also have to build a visibility and branding to whatever you are doing, and then you also have to have ethical business strong foundation which is going to help you to be known in a very good way in the market. So with all these things somebody gave a very good reference, and then that's how Wipro came to us. After the entire due diligence which almost went for one full year, we came out successfully.
Wonderful. I love one punchline that you said, and I want to share that punchline with all of you once again. Inside Camp Center did not go out searching for Wipro. Wipro came looking for them, and that was because of uncompromisable quality and the ethics that you stuck to. So, is there something that you are seeking now to move on to the next orbit of your growth?
Yes, Arun. Of course, we do have a ask here. See, every stage of our business, you need to have, next phase of growth, you need strategy. Now we are focusing on our manufacturing business. We would really like to have a mentor who has walked this path, who can help us accelerate our growth. We are looking at a growth of, doubling our growth in the next 3 to 5 years, and we would like to enter into the government sectors and PSUs. So we are looking at a mentor or a coach who could help us do it, and also large corporations we would like to enter. It could be into medical equipment, power tool sector, or a power electrical equipment also.
Here we go. So, if you are that mentor who can help next phase of growth for Insight Camp Center, please connect with Ms. Radhika. What would you say to that one woman entrepreneur sitting there with the fire in her belly? She's aspirational. She wants to be where you are today, but she does not know how to take that first step. What would you suggest?
So there are three things, Arunji, which I would suggest the women to do. One thing is start networking. Attend, there are lots of events which Emerge organizes. Please do attend these events for your exposure. And number two, Emerge has got an exclusive mentorship program. Enroll into that. And the third important thing is there is a specific acceleration program for a given sector. You can be a part of that where we will take you and validate your idea. And if it is found good, so we are going to support you till the funding.
Wonderful. And by the way, your personal reality is shaped by your personality. And Emerge, we would be doing a lot of training programs and workshops to help you build that personality that can create the personal reality that you want to see in your life realized. Before I let you go, let's do a quick rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you 10 questions.
Okay.
We'll close on a lighter note. Whatever comes to your mind first, that would be your answer. 2 to 3 words.
I'll try.
So here we go. Your strongest leadership trait,
Empowerment.
your secret to inspiring people.
Lead by example.
Wonderful. Your personal success mantra.
I'm a go getter and then perseverance.
I've seen that. You have translated this vision of having this podcast and brought it to today. It's amazing. Thank you for this.
That's my USP, sir.
Your favorite quote?
Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, which simply means do your best, leave the rest to the universe.
I think we get what we deserve, not what we desire. And you so succinctly put that. Your childhood dream?
To become a woman business leader.
Really? Because we were growing up, it was either engineer or doctor. So that's a good one. The book that shaped your life or inspired you the most?
I like this book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, by Mr. Robin Sharma.
Yes. Lovely. One thing you fear the most?
Third World War?
Do you think it's going to happen soon?
Probably.
I won't take the names. So, one thing you could change in your past?
I would start, if I start my business today, I would start with a business plan, a feasibility study, and also capital.
Remember this. Measure twice, cut once. Number one wish on the top of your wish list.
Balance. Balance all three spheres of my life.
One word for joy.
Freedom. I wouldn't compromise that today for anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. It was such a pleasure to have you part of this conversation, Radhika ji. I wish you and Incite Camp Center great success in the next leap of its journey towards growth and thriving.
Thank you so very much. I definitely enjoyed being on this podcast. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Namaskar. Thank you for joining me today. For more inspiring stories, subscribe to our channel and explore the links in the description. Also, share this episode with someone whose dreams deserve wings. Connect with me if you would like to be featured in our future episodes. This is Dr. Arun Bhardwaj signing off. Don't just dream, decide and act, because that is what truly gives wings to your dreams. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So take the first step. Namaskar.